Hello, and welcome to you lords and ladies of fate. You've once again found yourselves in the self-proclaimed only Twitch TP RPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to heavily impact the stories being told on your screens. In order to do so, you must spend fate chips. These are loyalty points that you earn by just watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or even engaging us in chat. You then use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon a custom item, or make our players say silly things. You can even force the adventurers into random encounters. And let's not forget, I'm a handsome man. Tonight, we're playing Tomb of Annihilation, an adventure module for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Joining me tonight, we have our amazing cast, featuring Jeff playing Kenneth Noisewater, the Halfling Monk.
Hello.
Next, we have Lonely Flans playing Darkar Theron, the Fire Genasi Sorcerer. Also here tonight, we have myself playing Jacob Bruce, the Human Ranger. And next we have Felix playing Scrod, the Human Barbarian. Lastly, we have Keyblader playing Xavier Thatch, the Human Rogue.
Hello, everybody.
And then to mitigate the will of the fates, we have our own DM Dave. No, not that.
Ready for more chaos tonight.
And I believe before we kick back in, we have Scrod has written Lenny another letter. Lenny, or Scrod.
Dear Mom and Mom, Happy Mother's Day. Not a day goes by that I do not think about you both. Dakar and I have joined with some other adventurers to lift the death curse that is afflicting Chult. We just fought a man that became a massive tiger, and he gravely wounded my new friend, Kenneth. Jacob and Xavier were able to slay the beast while Dakar had a nice snack, and he may have helped just a little. Moms, I do worry about losing control like Steve Harrelson and that poor man did. Kenneth's wounds afflicted him, seemed infected, but I did what you taught me, and he is better, but he was better by the morning. Jacob and I raced boats to Fort Burren, and that was fun. We have arrived in the dead of night, and one way or another, Rokha and Xavier are going over a fence. Be well, your son.
Scrod seals that letter up in a small bottle with a gob of wax and tosses it into the sea. As the remainder of you are sort of huddled around Rokha's meager sketch of the Fort Valurian. Ahead, you can see it in the distance, in fact, and it matches up fairly well. You guys aren't this close. This is just for planning purposes. But you can see, along with Rokha's notes, there are two main gates that would get you into at least past the first layer of defense of Fort Valurian. There is the west gate, or the front gate, which, according to Rokha's notes, is always open but heavily guarded. There is also the Ore Gate to the south, which is usually less heavily guarded, but it is closed and barred at all times. You can also see here that the entire fort is set up on sort of a built enclosure, or a built hillock of sorts. It's about 10 feet off the ground in a sheer cliff face, with maybe 12-foot walls jutting up higher than that. and guard towers at every corner. And Rokai says, "Yeah, it's usually pretty well defended, but I think maybe this southern gate, you guys, if you think that crowbar grappling hook of yours is gonna hold up, I guess you fellas can try that. But I do think it will be to our benefit to create some kind of distraction of sorts for the rest of you. Any ideas?" Are you gonna stick with the pretending this guy is still sick and needs help? Gesturing to Kenneth.
I think you might be muted.
Yeah, this is one option. We could, otherwise we have to cause a distraction of some sort. Said there's usually a lot of guards over by the west gate.
Yeah, from my intel, I've never been to the fort myself, but from the fella who I, let's say, extracted the information from over quite a few pints. He said, that western gate should be packed to the gills. And these guys are mercenaries, you know. They're not nice guys generally.
I think going to the second gate would probably be a pretty good idea, or maybe go over that wall with the grappling hook, maybe.
I mean, if we can get entrance in for some of us, I think it would be easier to cause a distraction once we're inside. So the rest of the group can kind of sneak in.
As you're discussing this, you all can hear sort of a clamor coming up the beach from the south towards all of you. Somebody give me a perception check. Anybody. All of everybody, if you feel like it.
Yeah. Let's
see what we get.
I got 24.
Yeah, you can, Xavier. You are very quick to pick up that these your superior eyes can squint through the darkness and see that one of them. It's a group of about a dozen men in various armored states. They look muddy. They look tired. There's one in the back who's in a heavy suit of armor, and one near the front carries a flag, a sort of emblem with the now familiar sigil of the flaming fist, that fist that's literally on fire. And you can also tell, even from this distance, that they are in high spirits. They're laughing, they're singing, they're sort of pushing each other as they walk along. You can see a couple of them are drinking deeply from clay bottles that you recognize of the type to have tej in them, that honey drink. This seems to be a group of Flaming Fist who are returning to Fort Balurian, and they are celebrating about it. And from this distance, they still have not noticed you.
Oh, I tell everyone, this guy's over there, happy and merry, drinking.
What do you think, Kenneth? Should we go into the boasting route or the sick guy route?
Oh, I hate to bring down the mood. No one likes a sick guy if they're at a party.
All right.
We can go the drunken storyteller route. That worked once.
Yeah.
or the barbarian
Did I
dress?
ever get the name of the guy? Did I ever get the name of the guy in the bar?
The name of your flaming fist friend, you probably would have.
Yeah.
I imagine. Let's say it was Yuri. Yuri was your friend, your best friend of those four.
He was Yuri friend.
Yuri friend. Your really good friend.
All right. Then I'm just gonna kind of go, Kenneth, on follow my lead, and then I'm gonna go out and kind of intercept the incoming people.
All right. Yeah. They see you. They don't seem to pay too much attention. The armored figure in the lead sort of puts up a hand, and they settle down for a second. A couple of them plop down into the sand and just start passing a bottle back and forth, clearly happy to be off their feet for a moment. The armored figure strides up to you and slides his visor up to reveal a very red, very somewhat portly face. He's been wheezing desperately inside his armor this whole time. He approaches and he says, "What business? I am Sir Percival Percival of the Flaming Fist. What business have you at the fort? Have you your charter of exploration yet?"
We have not. We are actually contracted by what's his name?
Well, while he's talking to this guy, can I just immediately go past him to the other guards and start handing it around to my water skins as well?
I think he.
Was it
he's not,
Wakanga was the one that?
Say again?
Was it Wakanga? Otamu that hired us?
Is
that right?
He's Syndra's friend. Yeah.
Okay. So Syndra technically is the contact then. Okay.
Yeah.
We were contracted by Syndra to help find out what's going on in this forest or jungle rather.
The inimitable Lady Syndra Sylvain of Baldur's Gate.
Ah, yes.
I see.
We were traveling through and wanted to see if we could seek shelter here for the night. We ran into some were-tigers.
Goodness me!
In the jungle.
It's certainly treacherous. Is this is it just the two of you traveling?
It is. And my friend Yuri from the Flaming Fists recommended that if we need to be, that we could stop here as a safe haven for an evening.
Quite. I should imagine that the Blaze will be most delighted to make your acquaintance. Meanwhile, the rest of the soldiers have, with a dull roar, accepted Kenneth into their huddle. They've already tried to teach you the first verse of their song, their drinking song. It's very hard to follow.
Can I try a performance check to play my instrument with them?
Absolutely, you can.
21.
You are able to pick up it's a fairly simple song. You pick up the chords in half a verse, and by the chorus, you're riffing on it. They're all clapping along. A couple of them get up and sort of dance around in a circle, linked arms. Sir Percival looks over his shoulder and he says, "They deserve it. It's been quite a trek for our little patrol. But no matter, that is for the ears of the Blaze, I suppose. Gentlemen, if you would, I really would like to get inside the fort post haste. A couple of they all grumble, and one of the guards who's nearest to you, Kenneth, gives you a little elbow in the ribs, and he says, "Yeah, Percival's no fun, but hey, we're gonna once we're in the fort, we don't have to worry about him no more."
I got you.
Is everybody else hiding?
Yeah, I have to say I'd be hiding. I don't want to be seen.
All right, yeah, make a stealth check. Make a group stealth check. Everybody else.
Yeah.
Darkar, Scrod, Rokai's made his.
I got 13.
That's not happening.
Oh boy.
Like,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
not exactly inconspicuous.
The four of you are huddled, just sort of behind a dune. You didn't realize how loud dunes could be, I suppose, and so in all of your shuffling around, maybe to get a better look, Scrod's heel goes into Darkar's ribs. And Roka the entire time is going shush, shush, louder than anybody else is being. He did very poorly. Sir Percival looks in your direction. Highs or lows?
Low.
He steps out that way, sort of covers his eyes, peers out. Xavier, you're almost certain that he makes eye contact with you. And then he just pops his visor back down and goes back and gives a big let's go signal to the rest of the men, including Jacob and Kenneth, who go along heading up towards the west gate. What are the rest of you doing?
Guys, I think he saw us.
I wouldn't necessarily say that I was particularly hiding, more watching, and I had planned to make some kind of decoy if needed to get them in, but it looked like they had slid in nicely, and at this point, just debating on the entryway for our two sneakers. I mean, realistically, Scrod and I could simply walk in the front gates undetected as long as they were over. Well, not undetected, but inconspicuously, I guess is the word I meant.
Yeah, the gates are open. You'll have to come up with a good reason for being there, but that is true. The gates
Just
do
as
stay open.
just as an extra distraction, I'm going to pull the cat toy that we found out in the Weretiger's lair and show it to Percival and be like, oddest thing is I found this toy in the den.
Of the Weretiger.
Yeah. I've never seen such a thing.
He sort of takes it from you very delicately between two fingers and sniffs it and goes, very, very nice, and hands it back to you, flicking his hand off.
I kind of asked Xavier and Roka how they'd like to be entered into the side gate.
Well, we should probably make our way over that way, and I guess we'll just, wait until the two of us who's going in, we can wait until we hear. I assume the distraction is going to be pretty distracting, whatever it is. Yeah, we'll be able to pick up on it, I imagine. Which he's smart, fellas, and he gives Xavier a little elbow in the ribs.
Xavier gives really bad finger guns.
Yeah.
Scribe might be muted.
No, I'm just. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were making some noises in agreement, but I couldn't hear anything, so I wasn't sure. Bless you.
No, it's just coughing.
Coughing. Did you want to work on the grappling hook, Xavier, or did you want to give the old toss a try or two?
I think I had tried tying it to the crowbar, right?
Yeah, you've got the grappling hook pretty
Yeah.
well secured.
I guess at this point it's all the show's on for you.
Oh. Sure. Yeah, we could probably make our way over there.
All right, you guys slowly, as the big group walks up to the west gate, the other four of you sneak, walk in under cover of darkness over to the other gate. When the patrol of a dozen men enter the front, they are met with huge embraces from the guards who are there. Those of you who are up there can see this much, sort of the main area of the entry. To reveal some guys to you. There's the guys. There's about 6 guards. Some of them just waving down from the guard towers on either side, exchanging stories. And a couple of them sort of break off from the group with them. Jacob.
Yes.
You notice that there was one. Actually, Kenneth is probably the one who would have noticed this guy first. There was one guy in the group who wasn't really engaging with everybody else. He was sort of sullenly drinking on his own off to the side, but not really part of anybody's jokes or anything. As soon as you guys get in here, he makes a beeline straight away from the group. But everybody else is sort of just joshing with each other.
I would like to ask one guy that was talking to me earlier. I was like, what's his problem?
He goes, "Oh, that's Silas. He was our special operator, I guess, of sorts on this one. He's, those guys are always a little bit strange. They're locals. They're, he never really fit in with the rest of us. But that's all right. It takes all kinds, I suppose."
Huh. What was he doing? What was his job?
Well, I mean, he's an assassin. He's got special, special abilities.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't know. No, trust me. Nobody really pried too much into his backstory.
Sure. One of those types.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, he gives you he claps you around the arms, but he says, don't worry about that guy. He's gonna go the same way Sir Percy over there. Don't call him Percy though. He fucking hates it. Speaking of, Sir Percival has not really taken part in this. He turns to you, Jacob, and he says, "If you have business with the Blaze, I suppose you could come with me." And she is in the keep, but I have to make my report at her post haste.
Absolutely. Should I bring my companion, or is he good to hang out here while we handle the formalities.
He takes a look over to Kenneth, and one of the guys has got his arm around him, and it's sort of they're swaying back and forth, sharing drinks, and he says, I leave it to you. He seems perfectly fine here.
Sure. I'll walk over to Kenneth and kind of hand off the werewolf, weretiger blood in the vial that I have for that.
Okay.
Just as a handshake and a pat on the shoulder, and say, I'm gonna go check in. Do what this is you see fit.
All right, Meta, I don't think I have any idea what this stuff does.
I mean, I'm handing you a liquid,
Don't
so
drink it.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He palms you a vial of the blood that he took off the weretiger.
All right.
I'll look at him and I'll wink. I'll be distribute liberally, and then I'll walk back to Percival.
All right. Percival leads you. All right, we're just going to reveal this whole thing. You can see it all now. You are inside the keep proper. You walk through clearly a small market of sorts, although it seems to be mostly closed for the night. Down to the south here, you notice what is unmistakably a stable. From the smells and the sounds, there's one guy who looks like the stable hand who's just leaning up against the outside of the barn, picking his teeth. So Percival's he's not really giving you a guided tour, though. He seems to be heading straight in towards the through this front gate and into the lower level here. Let me reveal it for you. Oh wait, you can't actually see everything though. Gotta be careful what I reveal to you.
Oops.
Let's see. Yeah, you can see all that. All right. You make your way into a short corridor that opens up into a large courtyard, in the center of which is an imposing statue of an armored man. In this front entryway here is a single guard who, seeing Sir Percival's, just sort of gives a nod and does not stop either of you. As he sort of heads down towards this southern entryway, but stops just before you get there and says, I should probably make my report to the Blaze on my own, if you shouldn't mind. Or I suppose,
Absolutely.
well, yes, just look around, I suppose. I'll be but a moment. And he heads into this southern room. Even though there's no doors, there's just sort of a curtain there, a heavy burlap curtain that he pulls shut behind him.
All right.
Let's see, highs or lows?
Eyes.
All right. You can barely hear. You can hear that there's a conversation, but you can't really hear what's going on. Just from a casual listen. From here, you can also see up top here. There's a stable of some kind with 3 hadrosaurs asleep.
Okay.
In large
The
pens.
second party has now woken up. We heard that.
So is the curtain all the way the doors to the right hand side by that on the other side of that star, or is that?
These are actual doors right here. There's 2 doors here, and then this is an open columned sort of stable area.
Gotcha.
And then this set of stairs going upwards.
All right. I don't want to wander too far, but I'll just kind of peer into the stable area a little bit more and kind of.
As you
glance.
approach, you see 3 more, 2 more hadrosaurs, each in their own pen. And then, oops, that was the wrong way. I need to get so much more proficient with Roll20. You can see an older man in robes and a cowl. He is perched up against the wall, snoring loudly. One of his hands is reaching just barely into an enclosure where 4 smaller dinosaurs, more predatory looking, are asleep. One of them has his entire hand in its mouth as it sleeps.
What the hell?
And they're all just the whole room is just like quietly, peacefully snoring away.
All right. I don't think I want to do anything with that just yet.
I'll pop you over there.
I mean, he said look around. Can I take a glance down that southern passageway? Is that southern passageway?
The southern passageway is the hall that he went into with the blaze.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And you said there's 2 doors on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
I don't want to be too nosy. I think I'm going to just pull out my notebook and just do a quick sketch of what I'm seeing.
All right.
Inside my notebook.
Make a sleight of hand check. See how that turns out. All right, it's passable. You're able to put together a recognizable sketch of this lower area. It's not artistic by any means, but you've got the basic dino pen here, Liara Portier down here, stairway, halls, doors, 1 guard. You got the basics.
Yeah. All right. Then then I'm gonna kind of just head back to where I was told to wait.
All right. Meanwhile, Kenneth, you've sort of been bundled off down here to the barracks, past the stable, where this fella greeted a couple of your new friends heartily. You've been introduced to about 30 people now, it feels like. You've maybe caught a couple of their names. But it is it's getting rowdy in the barracks. Everybody's introduced you to the group here as just this funny music fellow we found outside the gates, but listening to him go, and then You're getting fed drinks. Someone tosses you a small sack of coin at one point. So that's you. You're cooped up down here in the barracks for now with what feels like the majority of the people on base.
Okay. Where are they getting drinks from?
Most of them have their own little stashes. Someone comes in maybe a couple minutes after you arrive, holding 2 large jugs, greeted with cheers, of course. It doesn't seem like there's a bar or anything. They just sort of have their own personal supplies.
Okay. Yeah, I guess as the things goes, I'm gonna try and drop and some of that, whatever that vial that Jacob gave me, into as many drinks as possible.
Okay. So, are you?
Something to spice it up.
Let's see. Which drinks are you trying to get it into one of the jugs? Are you trying to get it into like individual cups?
Yeah, I guess probably one of the jugs.
All right. Make a. You finish a song and everybody claps and raucously, sort of pushing each other around, sharing drinks. One of them brings the jug over to you and hands it to you, and then turns around and roars, and everybody goes, "Ah!" So at that moment, you take the opportunity to try and make a sleight of hand check.
Uh, 14.
All right, they're all pretty drunk. Yeah, you feel like you've successfully dumped this vial of blood into the jug without anybody noticing.
All right.
Okay, and just keep passing it around.
Yeah, for the remainder of the eating, I will only drink out of my water skins.
All right, very, very clever. Xavier, outside the walls here, you can absolutely hear that it sounds like there's sort of partying and kerosene going on. But that's about all you can hear from out here. Roka is sort of pacing back and forth nervously.
I mean to ask, how tall are these walls anyway?
There's a 10-foot. I would say right at the gate. The gate itself is 12 feet tall, I believe, and then the guard towers around it are 20. So the fences and gates are 12 feet. The towers are 20.
Are there anybody in the guard towers that I can see?
Make a perception check.
Perception. That's a dirty 20.
All right. You peering up from here can see that Rokut's notes, as far as you can tell, are correct. You do not see anybody in either of these 2 guard towers next to the ore gate.
Oh.
It looks from this angle. It looks entirely unguarded.
Okay. Then I guess I would like to shoot my makeshift grappling hook over.
All right. Roka says, "Okay, if that counts as a distraction, let's go
not
for
to climb it.
Yeah,
just to have it there.
Oh, sorry. I guess I was getting a little. I'm just getting a little antsy.
Don't you worry. No one will see us.
Let's just call that a ranged attack. So you roll +5. A D20. Oh wait. a d20 plus 2. Wait, plus your
I-
proficiency, 4. So d20 plus 4.
Turns out I'm not actually proficient in heavy crossbows. So-
yeah.
Plus 2?
Are you shooting
Yeah.
it out of your crossbow?
So that's got like
Gotcha,
100 foot
okay,
range.
yeah,
and
then,
stuff,
yeah.
so.
All right, yeah, we'll call that the crossbow
It's
attack roll
18.
then. Yeah, you wherever you were aiming it, you hit. So what was your you're just going for
Yeah.
the top of the gate or one of the guard towers?
Roka, what do you think? I don't know.
I mean you.
I think probably the gate. Yeah.
All right. It hooks cleanly on top of the
And I
gate.
test it. I want to test it.
You creep in closer because it's got a 50-foot rope on it. You pull on the very end of the 50-foot rope, and it feels
Cool.
secure. It feels sort of lodged in there. You think it would take your
Okay.
weight easily.
And I'm like, whenever we hear anything going on, I'm ready to go whenever you are, Roka.
Roka turns to Darkar and Scrod and he says, do you think maybe you guys should go in and try to maybe jumpstart something? I don't know. It's been a little while in there.
I mean, I don't mind walking through and I guess heading towards the side gate and see what it looks like from the inside for you guys. But I'm not going to be able to yell, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" from in here.
Yeah, no, that's shrewd, I would say.
So I'm going to wander back towards the main gate. With I'm assuming Scrod's going to tag along.
Yeah, I mean, there's. I'll leave you guys out here on your own. That's your choice.
Don't worry, we're sneaky.
Because
We're
I could
sneaky.
just, I could just toss you on over. I could get you right up there.
Roka says, I think my tailbone would appreciate going up and over this way, but I do appreciate you, big
Okay.
guy.
All right.
I like to
all right.
stay intact.
It's a good look. I had some good nights in Port and Zaru. It's I've been packing it on a little bit. I wouldn't want to put you through any sort of.
I squat just to limber up and get ready in case. But then I notice Darkar's still moving, so I'll just say, "All right, bye," and then I'll scamper after him.
All right. As you approach, what seems like the one remaining guard calls down from the guard tower. He says, "Halt! Halt! Hi!
Shalom.
Halt!
Halt. My name's not Halt, but hey.
Hi,
Hey, Halt. How are you?
Where?
So,
I need to ask you your." He looks down. Your business here at Fort Belurian. Do you? What's your business here at Fort Belurian?
Do you have something there, or are you reading from flashcards, sir?
No. I know how my job works very well.
Is this-
He's shaking, and you can see little flashes of paper in his hand every once in a while. It's like a scroll.
Sir, you are dangerously close to getting yourself a hug. Are you okay?
I am. I'm just. He sort of tries to lean over the edge, and he goes, "I'm just a little nervous.
he's gonna throw up. I'm gonna step
I
back.
say, sir,
I really."
sir, I'm having a hard time hearing you, and I gesture Scrod back and have him lift me up so I can hear him better.
Okay, yeah, he's
Okay.
trying.
We're gonna do the cheerleader, where basically, I mean, because Dakar is much lighter than I am, but he's only like 3 inches shorter. So I'm gonna toss him up and do the thing where I hold his heels on my hands and just hold him up.
That's definitely an athletics check.
No, well, that's definitely something we do.
And a cheerleader move.
Yeah, I mean, I was a cheerleader, back in the Hobbit village. I was great.
All right, with advantage.
I was my own pyramid. Oh, all right. I'll shut up now. Let me do the thing.
That was a really good wheelbarrow.
Well, that's a bad one.
Oof.
So the advantage is the second roll, right?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't much better.
All right.
Can I redeem my skill bonus? Because I didn't think I've done that yet.
Yes, you can.
That's one. That's just an extra roll.
Yeah,
right?
we'll call
again.
that.
Okay. Yes, I should be able to make this no problem. Literally a strength check.
With your proficiency. Oh, that's enough. It's a little wobbly. You in your heart, you know that the judges back home would have given it a polite clap at best.
Yeah.
But you're able to hold him up there as this young, as you get closer, clearly pimply faced guard. He says, My dad sent me here. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I just wanted to really make him proud. And Cholt is really scary, and a lot of guys who work here have died. And I just, I really want to do a good job so that I can go home soon. And I get so nervous when people show up. He shows you the scroll. It's a very basic, what is your business? If business with Portier, send them here. It's like a flow chart, but he's still managing to get confused on it.
I hear you.
He says,
I hear you, bud. I hear you.
It's a lot of pressure, and okay, so that was all. I really didn't want to. He sniffles a big hearty snort back, and he sort of calms himself down. He says, "All right, I just needed to kind of get that off my chest. I appreciate it."
Has there been much going on within the walls, or is it just mostly outside?
No, everything's great inside the fort, and I'm really grateful to be still on wall duty, but I really don't want to get sent out on patrol. That's mostly it. I really don't want to get sent out on patrol.
That sounds like you're in the best place. You just gotta work on your "what are you here for" lines.
Yeah.
I think you're doing good.
Yeah.
Just take a sec, give yourself a deep breath.
I
reach in my pocket and I grab a butterscotch for him and I hand it up and say, "Here, this should help you. Just take your mind off things."
Highs or lows?
Highs.
His eyes fill with tears, and he says, "My grandma used to give me these. I miss you, Nana." And he takes the butterscotch and he puts it in his mouth,
Covered in the land.
and he just sort of sinks below the level of the of the guard tower and out of sight. You can hear him just sort of quietly sobbing and sucking.
Hey, before you go, look, eyes back here.
He peeks his eyes up over the.
You're doing great, boss. Keep it up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I look down at Scott. I'm like, "Okay, dismount." I pop my arms up in the air and I get ready.
I just do a little push.
I do a
And
soft
you can somersault down.
side spin into
Yeah.
Scott's arms. And I kind of dust off my robes and I step back inside.
Back up. Yep.
All
Hey,
right.
that was cool. He misses his grandma like I miss my mom's. Oh, they said hi, by the way.
Hi, Mom.
Yep.
Mom's. And we just kind of scamper through the gate and kind of peer over towards the south side where the second gate would be, and see if there's anything noticeable along the way or any kind of intrusions that are towards the gate.
All right. We'll pop over into the inner keep for the time being. Jacob, you've been standing out there for maybe 5 minutes, and Sir Percival quickly, with almost no warning, whips the burlap curtain open. Make an insight check for me. A quick, or actually, what's your passive insight? Oh, it's pretty good. I think you just notice that he, he looked red-faced and sweaty before. He looks even more upset right now. And he doesn't even really acknowledge you. He just stomps across the courtyard, heading, it looks like, for the staircase.
Okay. Then I guess, should I follow you or just go in?
He gives a wave over his shoulder and he says, as he stomps up the stairs, he says, "If you want to try your luck with her, be my guest."
Okay. Fairly well, Percival. And Jacob would walk in.
He is grumbling the whole way up the stairs. Inside, you see a youngish-looking woman with a shock of blonde hair on these two tables in this large, cavernous, almost hall. These two long tables are just covered with parchments, scrolls, maps, papers, and at the end of one, it looks like a war room, basically. And at the head of one of the tables is this woman, both hands on the table, studying some piece of text intently on the table in front of her. She makes no move to acknowledge you as you enter.
Okay. I will. I just kind of walk in and say, "Greetings. Might you be the Blaze?"
I am, without looking up.
My companion and I were hired by Syndra Sylvain to figure out the curse that's going on in the jungle here. And my friend from Port Naransaro, Yuri, told me that if we needed to, that we would be able to stop here for an evening on our journey.
That last part is technically a lie, so I guess make a deception check. I probably should have made you do that earlier. It's like half a lie. It's pretty good. So with advantage. It's like half a lie. What's her...
All right. We got a 13 on the first one, so...
All right, yeah, she doesn't... She finally looks up at you, but it doesn't look like she's raised an eyebrow at that part. Instead, she says, "You are working for Lady Sylvain?"
Correct.
Of Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I'm Jacob Bruce, son of Ike Bruce, one of the Bruce brothers.
She's shuffling through papers on her desk and finally comes up with one and just sort of shoves it across the table towards you. She says, if you're working for Sylvain, you must be somewhat competent.
Take it.
Here. You can stay here for the night, but I need someone to go and take a look at these. She's handed you a report, a handwritten report of some kind. As you scan it, you learn that there's a Flaming Fist patrol, maybe 15 miles to the south of Fort Valorian. have discovered giant footprints that seem to be getting progressively closer. Traces of some giant being that seems to be encroaching on Fort Belurian's territory. But no sign of what that being actually is. And she says, if you can figure out exactly what is threatening my fort, you will be rewarded handsomely for it, you and your friend. And you will be, of course, afforded every luxury that can be afforded in a military fort in the middle of the fucking jungle.
You don't sound too happy to be here, huh?
I do as the Duke commands.
Understood. Yeah, we'll be happy to investigate this for you. We're heading that direction anyway. So
Excellent. I suppose you'll be needing a charter of exploration then.
yes, we would.
She finds in another stack of files a form that she scribbles on, signs. She says, do you have the 50 gold?
I do. And
Excellent.
mark that here.
Then she hands you the signed charter of exploration in return.
All right.
And she says, you and your friends may make your way upstairs. Your friend. She gestures to the staircase that Sir Percival went up. She says, there are some unoccupied quarters up there. There is one quarter to the south of the building, immediately above this room, which is my quarters. Please do not take my quarters. The rest of the building is fair game.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes. If you'll excuse me.
Absolutely.
And she returns to...
We'll
right,
bow and walk out.
yeah, she's already got her nose back in the papers. Kenneth, around you, people are starting to... It seemed the first one, it seemed like maybe he just drunk too much and gotten tired and zonked out. But highs or lows?
Let's go high.
About half of the people around you are fully knocked out. But that still leaves about 10 guards clearly awake and still partying. But it seems like you're maybe that half were the only half who drank out of that jug, which is now empty. They've emptied both of the giant jugs that they brought in.
So I'm gonna ask him what kind of stuff is there to do around here.
Highs or lows?
Let's go highs again.
One of them leans across and he says, "We could go and steal some of Faven's horses. He fucking hates it when we steal the horses." And another one of them goes, "Yeah, let's joust. Let's joust, motherfuckers."
I'm gonna start immediately performing my jousting song.
All right. Which you have on tap, of course.
It's very, very poorly, but I'm gonna start try and rally everyone up to go jousting.
All right. Darkar and Scrod, as you sort of arrive at this entryway and you're peeking towards the south, you notice about 10 people start heading out of this building up towards these stables over here. It looks like they're kind of trying to be quiet, but in that way where you're like shh, like guys, like we gotta be quiet, like Really, we have to be quiet now. And nobody's being quiet.
Yeah, they look pretty distracted to me, would be my comment to Darkar.
Yeah, Xavier and Roka can hear. Yeah, Xavier, you can. I'm Roka. Xavier, you can hear this outside the gates as well.
Like,
there is some
like
sort
Roka,
of clamor going on inside.
Is that the distraction, Roka?
I don't know. It sounds like something's going on.
Well, then I don't know. I guess maybe we should. Can I go peek?
All right, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's go up and over. Up and over. Roka gets about halfway up the rope, and he turns back down towards you, and he goes, "Hey, I need a little help."
What's wrong?
He's slowly slipping down the rope.
Should have tossed him. Nobody listens to me.
How do I help him? Do I need to climb up behind him, and like put my head up his butt and like stop him from sliding?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
This
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna climb up after him.
All right. Okay.
You're about to discover. Oh, sorry. You're about to discover the etiology of the word asshat.
You get underneath him and try to try to push him up the rope, but his grip loosens and he falls off the rope onto you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Where's my saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good at that. Oof. 13.
Yeah, you're okay. You managed to land without making too much noise. Nobody takes any damage. He wasn't even high enough off the ground to like hurt himself. He stands up and he dusts himself off and he says, maybe you should go first.
Look, I got the impression that you're actually good at this, and I go up the rope.
Okay, make just a straight up dexterity check.
Ooh, that was natural 20.
Yeah, you basically walk up the side of the gate and plop down on the other side. In one gap in the gate, you can kind of see Roka poke his eye in, and he says, "I think you might be solo on this one, buddy. But I'll keep watch."
But what am I even supposed to be looking for?
You're looking for proof. You gotta get into the commander's quarters. They're in the big building over there, and find some proof.
I mean,
look, I don't know what I was looking for either. Just proof.
Sure, you can't come along. I'm awfully scared going by myself.
He tries again and fails. He has not rolled anything above a 5 to climb this goddamn rope.
Can we see Xavier like on top of the gate from here, or?
Xavier, make a stealth check.
I'm kind of standing naked out here.
Is he over? He's over the gate and on the ground, right?
Yeah, as you jump
Okay.
over to the side.
Like a sore thumb over here.
See, Darkar. No, nobody notices him.
Where are we now? Are we anywhere near the gate?
You guys can have moved from here a little bit. This is just kind of this is vaguely representative.
Can we just open the gate?
It's kind of like barred and chained.
From this side, make a long range investigation check. I guess that's a perception check, huh? Make a perception check.
Roll sensors. What are you doing? All right, hold on. Both of us. Is it perception?
Yeah. Final answer.
Okay.
Thanks, bro.
Wait, your first one was a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see actually. It doesn't look like the gate is chained. It's just barred, and yeah, you think you could pretty easily pop it open yourself. This crew is like over sort of in the jousting area over here, behind the one who said let's joust motherfuckers is fumbling with the back door next to you.
Oh, yeah.
Not Kenneth's back door.
I
I thought I was
can't
thinking
take
about
this.
another back door. Yeah,
I can't take this setup. It's too easy.
too easy. All right, yeah, I have to take the low hanging stuff. Speaking of low hanging, yeah, how much noise would I make if I just sort of, just lifted the gate and there's not like a door in the gate itself, right? It's all or nothing.
Yeah, it's the whole gate.
Okay.
Is there a generous opening between the where like hinges would be and like the side of the gate, or is it pretty flush?
I don't think you're gonna squeeze it through that.
And then he's not gonna go through it.
He's
But
gonna be a little chubby.
your arm might fit to throw somebody.
So like,
Well, I was thinking if he could just throw the rope over, I could just pull him the rest of the way over.
Oh wait, the hook's technically
You got a 50-foot rope,
Huh.
and if he wraps it around his neck really well, that'll stay secure.
Okay, wait, pause. First things first. This gate area. What are we looking at here? Is there much of an upping? Is it just pretty much hinges to walls kind of thing?
it's highs or lows.
I'll go a little highs again. Why not?
It's a pretty well constructed gate. There's maybe a 6-inch gap for the hinges, but it's fairly narrow. It's fairly flush.
And he's got 26-inch python, so not getting through there.
Okay.
I do have some extra
That's when I'm
rope.
not pumped.
That ass
Yeah.
alone.
They're 27 when I'm pumped.
That inch counts. Well, I do have some more rope, Scott. If you want to try to, negotiate him back over.
Yeah, I'll need some weight to make sure it goes up and over. And then I start looking at Xavier.
Why are you looking at me?
Just testing out the rope. Need a little weight.
Hmm.
And here you are.
Uh-huh.
This is how you see it. And here you are.
Wait. So your intention is to tie the rope around Xavier and throw him back over?
Yeah, because then he can grab me and bring them both back.
So you're just gonna hug him and just pull him back over, basically?
Yeah.
I see no holes in this at all.
Xavier
Nice.
has become the
Yeah,
grappling
that
hook.
sounds like a bad
This is
idea.
a perfect example of it.
Sure, getting him
Yeah.
over. Getting him over
Put
sounds
your
better than
back.
anything.
All right.
Okay. I'll just toss. I'll just toss the rope over. If that's. If anybody else any other ideas? I was just gonna go for that.
What do I have on me anywhere? Go ahead. I'm gonna see what I actually have on me that might be heavy enough to throw over.
You?
No.
No, I personally introduced this complication, so you guys can decide I'm full of crap.
I'm generally all in on tomfoolery, so.
Okay. So I can just hurl my axe and all over.
And then you get like Zoroka right in the forehead. I mean,
I
I'm not saying it's not a risk.
I have this quarterstaff. You can technically tie the other side, and he can kind of ride it up like a swing, if you would.
Yeah, let's do that, because I don't know if he can actually hold it. Again, if he ties it around his neck, we will get him up.
I mean, he can still kind of tie it around his waist in some fashion with the quarterstaff to the end of it. But we'll see what happens.
Okay, whoever wants to not tie in, I get the quarterstaff all cinched up there.
what would be required of doing a knot tie?
I
just
do sleight of
made
hand
Right.
usually.
You just did a grapple hook, so I think you're pretty good for whatever
Yeah,
role
try
you're
and
going to do.
tie it then.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe not. At 9.
Yeah. It's you're in a bit of a hurry.
I'm terrified. My
you-
legs
you-
are shaking here.
Yeah. It's it's a tense situation. So you've done the best you can with that knot, and it looks maybe not your best, but
Not your best.
not your best.
Well, if you disapprove, then you can go over, or you know.
I mean, sure, fine. We could try throwing me over, and I'll
God, this is gonna be great.
I'll hug Roka.
Yeah, I
and
know.
we'll be pulled back over.
I just love that we managed to talk everybody into this.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
Okay. I've got a bit of a belaying harness going for him. You know the stone giant couple, or a hill giant couple. No, stone giant. They were always about. They were both artisans, so I'm assuming I just picked up how to harness somebody. And we won't say anything more about the time I walked in on them practicing knots. Okay. You ready?
Should I stiffen as a board or be limp?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll make my leg as straight as possible, and I'll just, like a soldier,
God.
just ready. Launch me.
Okay.
You lock those
Alright,
knees.
So what I'm gonna do is he locks his knees. I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna throw him like a javelin.
All right, make a strength check.
Jesus Christ.
This is gonna be bad. Opposed by the power of ridiculousness.
I'll try not to scream as I'm sailing through the sky.
I've been rolling rotten all night.
You, Xavier, just barely the fabric of your armor, the leather of your armor, just skims the very top of the gate, and Roka catches you pretty handily, and you land in a heap still, but he absorbed sort of your what would have been a crash to the ground.
I grab onto him and I say, "Hold on."
Yeah, I got it.
Now, Scrod? I mean, I don't. I wouldn't think of what a signal would be. So.
Caw. I don't know. Also, grab the grappling rope. I mean, we're whispering through the gate crack, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
you guys are kind of
I'm gonna say, hey, don't
over
forget
here now.
The original grapple rope.
Yeah.
Get that back. Okay.
All right, yeah.
So I'm just gonna give it a. I mean, hopefully this is not any less disastrous than my throw. So.
This is trivial. Pulling the rope, you got it. It's under your pull weight, so you are able to haul the two of them back up and over.
I have a lot to prove for that bad throw, so I'm putting all my effort into it.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
Xavier and Roka hugging, clutching onto one another. You go until you're up and tip up and over the side of the gate.
Does anyone catch us?
Everyone is inside. At that point, one of the guards has gotten the back gate open and is just setting horses free. A couple of them are being haphazardly ridden around, just sort of in circles in the jousting area. Nobody's really jousting that effectively. The horse minder is out in this courtyard, desperately chasing around two other horses. Jacob, this guard over here pokes his head out the front door to see what the commotion is about, and we'll pop back over to you for a second.
Okay. So she told me that we were staying upstairs from here, the same area that Sir Percival went. I'm gonna walk that side of it, but I'm gonna take a peek in this first door on my way through, since the guard has vacated.
All right. You look down a short hallway to see a room with two more doors. a short hallway and a door to the south and a door to the north.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and leave that as it is, and then check out the door above that one.
All right, that door leads into a tall, narrow bell tower with a single rope hanging down the center of it. It's maybe 30 feet tall, and up the top, you can see what this small stone protrusion on the keep is a bell tower, maybe of alarm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Then at that, I'm going to close the door and head up the steps.
Okay. More revealing time. You head up the stairs to... a fairly large hallway leads to what look like bedrooms over here to the right. This room to the north, there's you could hear it somewhat downstairs, but as soon as you go up, it's unmistakable. There's loud jeering and celebrations and booing. It seems like there's some kind of maybe card game going on in this room. And then you can see these torches lead around to more rooms to the south.
Okay, I'm going to walk to the left, down this hallway.
You're up. Yeah, as you pass this, you pass this room to the north. It seems to be the only one with multiple beds in it. As you're sort of poking around up here.
All right.
There's 4 fellas in there, huddled around a small card table. They take absolutely no notice of you passing.
Sure. I'm going to continue down. Basically, I'm creating a mental map of this so that I can draw this in my notes.
All right. Yeah. You get. What do you get?
What do heck?
You can see. Yeah, there's all of these rooms that you pass are empty.
Okay.
Down to, you can see, and they don't have doors. They have the same burlap curtains as the hall downstairs, and most of them are open, other than this one down at the very southern end.
All right. Does it look like this goes all the way around like a circle?
From your angle now, you can't quite tell, but
Okay.
yeah, from there you can see. Yeah, it seems to curve up and around there. You can see a little bit more of this room. Seems to be mostly empty.
Wait, is that the room that I couldn't see in? Because the curtain was there?
Oh, that's right. You can't see into that room. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
The secret room. But it is. I would say you can infer that it's much bigger than all of the rest of these rooms. It's the only door sort of going up and around this way that you can see. And yeah, it does seem like this curves up and around.
Okay, I'll continue it all the way as far as I can go.
You come around the corner and come face to face with a rather sleepy-looking guard who was sort of posted up in this back corner here. He startles to attention as you come around the corner, and he says, "Oh, hello. Are you authorized to be here?"
Yeah, I've been hired by the Blaze to do some research and gave me reign of the area here.
Yes. But not her. He sort of starts advancing towards you. Just it puts a hand on your shoulder and kind of tries to turn you around and starts heading back down the hallway.
Okay, I will allow him to lead me that way.
Yeah, he says, this wing, I'm sure she's given you, she's got a lot on her plate. She may not have told you exactly what's going on up here. This is the Castellan's quarters. The Blaze's quarters are down here. Any area over here is off limits. You are more than welcome to stay right here. He takes you to this first room that's immediately next to the commander's room, and he says, he just sort of gestures in. It's a fairly meager looking room, but a comfortable enough looking bed.
Okay. Right.
He says,
I appreciate that. Sorry for any inconvenience.
No. You wouldn't tell the Blaze that I was slacking off, would you?
Nah, it's our secret.
All right, hey, I appreciate it. Look, I'll buy you a drink tomorrow. How about are you gonna be around?
Maybe for a little bit, sure.
All right. Look, I owe you one. Anyway, you have a nice night, sir.
Sorry, what was your name?
Alamo.
Alamo, all right. I'll see you tomorrow.
And you. What you were?
Jacob Bruce.
Jacob. Attaboy. All right. I'm just gonna get back to guarding vigilantly as I have been all night.
All right. And then with that, I'm going to kind of walk around back to the other side.
Okay.
And just finish my visual inspection map.
In this, wait, I keep doing the wrong one. Okay, reveal. You see less as you go around the corner somehow. Now this seems like some sort of rough storage here. And actually,
With a dog.
with a small Scottish terrier yapping at the entrance, guarding its but the whole menagerie is here. A goat? Anybody have a goat?
It's like a Petco. Petco's over here.
They bring all their pets indoors.
Yeah, they keep the pets indoors. They're very good about that.
Yeah. The dinosaur's downstairs. The cat and dog stable is upstairs. Actually, this small room next to the storage has its curtain drawn as well.
All right.
You can hear slight muttering inside.
All right. I imagine that's probably Mr. Percival. Does the voice sound familiar?
Once you have that idea, you're pretty sure. Yeah, Sir Percival is in there sulking.
All right. I'm going to then finish drawing my map and start heading back out towards the front.
So Kenneth, you are being exhorted by your new friends to get up onto one of the horses and attempt to joust somebody else.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm down for that.
Right. All right, and the other four of you are still down here, watching the festivities. What's your plan? And Roka says, "All right, we gotta get up. We gotta get up into there. I think I don't know. We gotta get up in there. What do you guys think?"
You sure it's in there?
I think that's where her quarters are. Yeah, that's what my buddy told me. He said her quarters are somewhere in the
big building.
Somewhere in the big building. Yeah.
Uh,
Where else would the big shot commander stay
oh,
around?
gee, I
Come
don't know.
on.
I don't typically walk around a military facility.
Me neither. First time for both of us. All right.
Okay. All right. Then I will make my way towards the big shack if I can stealthily.
All right. Yeah. Make another stealth check. Why not?
Oh, that's an 8.
All right. As you start heading your way over there, one of the soldiers who's been mostly occupied with the horse racing turns around and sees you. Highs or lows?
Low. This is the lowest point for me right now.
He looks at you, his brow furrows. He goes like this. Hey, are you supposed to be here?
Yes. I'm here to discuss.
Wait. I'm sorry. I asked the wrong question. I was supposed to say you're. Fuck, I always fuck it up. I was supposed to say you're not supposed to be here without a drink in your hand. And he fumbles around and sort of offers a flask up to you. He says, "It's supposed to be a joke, and I fucked it up. But here, have a drink. Have a drink."
Thank you. And I take it. And I said, well, you don't appear to be inebriated enough. You go and get yourself some more drink.
Hey, all right, this guy, he says to no one in particular, and then stumbles off towards the horses. Kenneth is up on one of the horses now. Somebody hands you a mop and the top to a barrel.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
And and facing up on the other side is a highs or lows.
Let's go low.
A very, very drunk man, basically hugging the horse's neck, but someone has propped another mop in the crook of one of his arms. You're pretty sure you can hear snoring.
Perfect.
I
have a chance.
And one of the other guards waves a handkerchief back and forth in the air, and he goes, "On the count of 3. 1, 2, joust." Kenneth, make an animal handling check.
Right. 7.
The horse bucks you off as soon as you jam your heels into its side.
I'd like to use my inspiration.
Okay, yeah, bro. Yeah, roll it again.
This comes back a 1. I will laugh.
21.
Whoa! All right, no, you're on. You feel like for a second you're gonna be bucked off, but you reach and grab hold of the reins, hauling yourself back on, and your horse takes off at a dead sprint. Somehow, miraculously, the other guy has gotten his horse up and moving as well. So now you're both gonna make an attack roll. With oh boy, all right. Just do a d20. We'll just see who hits better.
4.
Oh, your horse's burst of speed has somewhat knocked you off balance, and somehow just through sheer luck, this like snoring man's mop impacts directly into the middle of your improvised barrel lid shield, and you stay in the same place, and your horse continues running, and then you flump in a heap on the ground. Everybody else is laughing their ass off, raucously drinking. A couple of them come up and pick you up under the arms and dust you off and shove a drink in your hand. One of them's laughing so hard he can barely breathe. He looks up at you and he goes, "You got knocked off by an unconscious guy." He's pissing himself.
Oh, they sure do train you guys well.
Yeah, that's the training. The flaming fish man all the way through.
You flaming fist guys, you're fighting shape even when you're sleeping.
All right, Xavier,
hard to get one over on you guys.
Xavier, you're free to continue your crawl over to the your creep over towards the.
I guess I would probably go around the backside of it. I guess. Yeah. Or maybe
right.
I don't. Yeah. I guess this way. Oops, wrong button. I guess this way, like here maybe. Can I fit through that?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can fit through there. These are technically 10-foot squares.
Oh,
so you guys are you guys are a little big. Yeah, I know.
Is there like a back door around here?
You don't see a back door. What you see is up here. As you come around, you notice that there is a figure crouched there at the far end of the at sort of the northern end. They're in shadow, so it's somewhat difficult. Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you can't really see what he's doing, but he's crouched down to the ground. He's fiddling with something. And then he stands up and looks around. Make another stealth check.
I've been rolling really bad, guys. I might need some help. 12?
All right. He looks at you.
Hey, fella. Hi.
And then books it up and around the north side of the building.
With my incredibly high passive perception, was he carrying anything?
No. You couldn't see anything in his arms as he ran away. He like sprinted away full on. There was no way he was like holding anything under one of his arms or anything like that. Yeah, he looked actually hard. That was hard to say from this distance in the dark.
I kind of want to see what he was fiddling with. You saying he booked it, right? So I can hear him like running away.
It pretty quickly fades.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he dashes away.
Can I go look at whatever that was that he was messing with?
Yeah. Yeah, get up there and make an investigation check. He is.
What is this thing? Investigation, you said? I'm good at that.
Yep.
That's 17.
You on your hands and knees run your fingers through the grass around where he was crouching and find the lip of a trapdoor.
Oh.
That has been cunningly covered with similar thatch as the surrounding ground.
Has anyone else followed me? Like, No, is Roka maybe?
Yeah, I would say Roka at this point kind of creeps around behind you. He's also reasonably stealthy.
Yeah,
Darkar and Scrod, are you guys following or staying put? Or doing something else? Those are not the only two options.
Well, I was looking. Where did they scamper off to? Because they're just standing there.
Yeah,
idle.
Xavier and Roka, sort of one after the other, took a wander up this way. Xavier was accosted by a guard for a second, but seemed to have diffused the situation, and now it doesn't seem like anybody's really keeping an eye over here.
I was gonna go to where the horses are.
Yeah.
Pet the horses.
All right, you are another horse sort of wanders out and down this way. He's just eating grass over here on the edge of the wall.
Yep. If I can, what I'd like to do is wander over that way. Keep an eye on the horses, and also, keep an eye on the guards or anybody heading. Yeah.
More and more of the guards are beginning to totter and collapse out of sheer drunkenness, it seems. I would say, you're down to maybe. There's 3 guards, and this guy who was inside, but is just sort of got his arms on the railing and is watching and laughing.
Hey, it's gonna be hurling soon. It's gonna be hurling time. Where is Sorry, where are you, Kenneth? I don't know where you are.
What?
He's in near number 7.
He's in the middle
jousting
here.
area.
Yeah.
Okay, he's there, and then I'm over here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just wanted to make sure. Nothing alarmed me. I wandered off the car. Now it's your turn.
I'm kind of in similar fashion. I'm just kind of hovering the jousting scene and planning a further distraction if it's needed.
All right. Roka approaches you, Xavier, and he says, "Okay, well, that wasn't on my map for sure."
Yeah, I mean, it seems like an easy way in. Can I check it for traps? Maybe?
Yeah.
Investigation again?
Investigation again.
That's gonna be 16.
You are confident that there are no traps. This is not a trapped trap door,
Cool.
as it were.
I would like to go down it then.
All right. You enter into a fairly low-ceilinged dirt passageway. Down here, it is definitely too dark to see without any kind of light.
I got a torch.
All right.
Yeah.
You can torch it up.
I would like to light a torch.
You can see that the passageway leads about 20 feet to the east, and ends in what looks like a dead end, and then it continues about 30 feet to the west, and then turns south, and you can't really see more from there.
Huh. Did Roka come down with me?
Yeah, Roka peeks his head down. He goes down the short ladder and is right behind you, sort of peering in both directions.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine, Roka. Which way should we go?
I mean, we're trying to get into the place, so we should probably head towards the building.
Yes, you are right. Can I see if there's a lot of foot traffic in here? Like a lot of maybe unsettled dust or whatever?
Do a survival check.
Ooh, 21.
You can see that there is one clear set of footprints in these sort of earthen. You guys have just sort of landed. You can see that there is the only recent footprints go to the east. They go out what looks like out the outside of the walls.
Okay.
So whatever that guy was, if he was coming up out of it seems like he was just down in there and he only went down the eastern branch.
Okay. And you said what was the other pathway going to again? Sorry.
The other way goes directly west. Basically goes like to here, and then dog legs south.
Then yes, I would like to go down the path that goes west.
All right. Jacob, what are you were about to head outside? You were about to head outside.
Yeah, so coming down the steps, and do I notice that the guard's still not there?
Yeah, he's outside.
Then I'm going to take that opportunity to try to finish mapping out the rest of this area, and go down here and check these doors.
Okay. The southern door is open. It reveals what looks to be like what looks to be a small office here. It similarly has a desk that is piled high with paperwork, maps, forms, all kinds of stuff. So that's this southern door. And then a small closet that is hanging open. It just seems to have clothes, cloaks, a pair of boots.
Gotcha.
The northern door, if I'm correct, the northern door is locked fast.
Okay. Of all the tools I have, I don't have any thieves' tools, so. All right, then. I guess at this point, I'm gonna start to head out the front door.
All right. As you head out front, you see this jousting scene. You can see that the one guard who was sort of down here has his arms over the fence here. He's just watching and laughing. Someone's brought him a flask that he occasionally sips out of. You can hear Kenneth playing a song over here to the few woke guards, the few guards who are still in some level of consciousness. Over here, one of the stable hand has corralled one of the loose horses and is gently coaxing it back into the stable. You can see Scrod over here. You can see Kenneth and Darkar. You don't see Xavier or Roka, but you may have expected that.
I'm going to, without being conspicuous, as quick as I can, work my way toward the southern gate that I knew that those guys were approaching through.
All right. This guard has seen you before. He doesn't care. The horse guy's too busy with the horses, and these guys are all drunk. So yeah, you make your way down. The only people who are awake enough down here to pay any attention to you are your friends.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ignore Strahd and Darkar since I'm pretending I don't know them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I guess I will intercept Kenneth on my way down and just kind of like try to get his attention and signal him off to the side.
Kenneth, you notice Jacob show up.
Do I notice them engaging?
Do you notice what?
Jacob and Kenneth engaging together? Okay.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, Jacob walks past you, kind of gives you the cold shoulder, and goes straight up to Kenneth.
I kind of mutter, "Motherfucker," and then I look out, notice that the abundance of the people are primarily drunk and just acting complete fools of themselves. With them, further, I guess, into the camp, as it were, I just kind of step back and while everyone's kind of cheering in a good mood, I cast Prestidigitation and I just start launching fireworks into the sky and just creating this huge scene above the jousters and make it more glamorous, if you would.
The few who are still up get unsteadily to their feet and are pointing, and a couple of them are trying to shake their friends awake unsuccessfully.
I'll follow Jacob.
All right. As soon as we're kind of out of earshot of anybody, I'm gonna kind of quietly lean in. We have free night stay. We were given a mission to accomplish for her, so we should probably attempt to separate ourselves from what is going on currently, so that we aren't associated with anything negative that's happening here.
Oh.
Do we know? Have the guys come across the gate yet?
Yeah.
I see Scrod and Darkar here. That's not a good sign.
Um,
Yeah, Kenneth
Well-
doesnsee,
well,
Kenneth's
you
been
see,
kinda...
I hadn't been paying attention. I was too busy focusing on the distraction.
Okay. Well, you did a great job. But let's run to the gate and see if we can intercept them. I've got a map I can give them that'll help them.
Xavier, you creep down this secret hallway, reach sort of a dog leg down to the left, and notice another ladder leading up to presumably another trapdoor.
Then yeah, I want to, of course, stealth my way over there and open the hatch, like you know what I mean, like crocodile sort of. Just have my eyes poke out.
Yeah. The trapdoor opens into a very small, dark room. It looks like about the size of the trapdoor.
So it's pitch black in there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a faint moonlight radiating in from somewhere up above you, but all you can really see from this angle is a door pretty much right in front of you and walls on either side.
Then I guess I'll climb out of the trapdoor and and listen at the door in front of me, the one that leads into the building.
Roka follows, squeezing in behind you. You can hear some distant explosions and pops.
These guys are really going at it, man. Holy crap.
A slight bloom of light pops in from the small windows up at the top of this narrow tower. You are in here.
Oh.
With the rope dangling down the middle of the tower between you and Roka. Outside, you can't hear anything other than the muted, distant booms.
Okay. Then I'll open the door slowly.
All right. You slowly push the door open to see this courtyard. You can see all of the dinosaurs asleep in their stable up here, a pair of feet poking out, sitting on the floor here. This room is curtained off, and a set of stairs to the north.
Rook, I'm going to assume that the place we're looking for is probably upstairs.
I think
Most people like to keep stuff off the ground level.
Yeah, that's a reasonable. I believe that.
Yeah, I would like to go up the stairs. Stealth.
All right. You and Roka each are gonna make one more stealth check.
15.
All right. Roka creeps up the stairs behind you, You guys make it to the top of the steps without incident. You can hear in this room there is a sort of a raucous game of some sort going on.
Okay. I wanna head right. To the right.
All right, over to the right. You see this. There's a curtained off room to the south here, and what looks like a storage area with a pair of dogs, small lap dogs, curled up peacefully on beds on either side of the door.
I would still like to sneakily go to that bedroom that's right, I guess 10J, like right there. Oops. Like right, this room. Yeah.
This guy. All right. Behind there's a burlap curtain. Here, I'll do the stealth check. You push the curtain open just a bit, and you can see a sleeping form on the bed. A suit of armor stands on a stand just to the south, or just at the foot of the bed. It gives you a little bit of a start for a second, but then you realize it's just an empty suit of armor.
Can I tell if this is just a regular guard?
You can tell from the armor that it's one of the guys from the patrol that Jacob and Kenneth talked to. Yeah, it looks like the lead guy that Jacob was talking to in the armor. You can tell the armor is distinctive.
Okay. Then, what do you think, Roka? Is this the guy? Is this evidence might be with this guy? This guy that.
I doubt it. He just got here.
He just got here. That's right. I saw him walk in. Let's go back to the other path. Let's double back and see if we can hopefully sneak past these dudes in the in this room here.
Yeah. Both this stealth check will be with advantage because they are all distracted.
Hot damn that 20.
Roka steps on a squeaky board, and you both freeze for a second, but none of them seem to notice.
Okay, then I'll keep moving then.
You see empty room, empty room, empty room,
Ooh.
And then another room with a burlap curtain.
I would like to sneakily look past the burlap curtain. Hi.
Highs or lows? You start to hear footsteps coming down the far end of the
Oh, balls,
corridor.
when I run the 10J. right.
Alright.
Yeah.
This one. Roka follows you in and draws the burlap curtain. And I think that is as good a place to leave it as any
Yeah.
for the week.
All right.
Alright.
Sneaky.
I'm pissing myself, guys. It's scary. If they found
Oh my
us, we'd be
goodness,
dead.
that was a workout.
All right. I'd like to thank our lovely cast and, of course, all the audience members who stuck around for this. Appreciate it. If you're watching us for the first time, please hit that follow button down the bottom right-hand corner. And, of course, we'll be back next week for the continuation. Find out if we get caught in our 3 totally separate planned idea. And tomorrow we will be back for Star Trek, 8:30 Eastern Time. Wednesday we have the Ruby Fabled campaign that's 8:30 Eastern Time, and Thursday we'll be back for Rift's Megaversal Mayhem Episode 3, and that also is 8:30 Eastern Time. And yeah, we don't have Saturday's game next week. The GM will be out of town, so that will be our program for the week. And yeah, I think that's about all the announcements that we have for tonight. And I think Billy Walter is going to continue his Celesta campaign, which is a video game based on the mechanics of D&D. So, or sorry, Tuesday, yeah. Sorry, Magic Voice threw me off. And then, yeah, so I think that's all of our upcoming stuff for the week. Hopefully, we'll get the website up and running within the next week as well, which is super exciting. And I think we'll have some new artwork next week, which will be also pretty awesome. Let's look for or do we have a raid or Magic Voice? Okay, well let's put something together real quick. So if everybody doesn't mind being part of the raid, we like to support the tabletop role-playing game community. Let's see here. All right, this one might be pretty interesting. So participate in the raid, pop in, say hello, be supportive of the community, give them a follow, and I guess we will see everybody again next week.